Welcome back. Time has no meaning in the Wildwood. Day and night don't really exist here, just light and darkness. And they can be as fickle and moody as everything else. A night can pass in the space of a blink, or go on forever. Light and darkness will chase each other through the sky, play hide and seek, or tag, or catch me if you can. Sometimes one or the other will become offended and refuse to come out for an indefinite amount of time. Once Light became so angry, 100 years passed in the mortal realm before it deigned to come out again. And though the sun continued to rise and set on the human world, it was a rather turbulent period for the world of men, as all the creatures who lurked in darkness and shadow got to roam freely under the lightless, never skies. Welcome, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, they'd found themselves in the woods of Thither after striking a bargain with one Bavlorna Slackjaw. Leaving her realm of Hither, they traded away a unicorn horn and a promise that Sorn would provide her with a portrait, a particular portrait of her sister, before leaving this realm. The party continued into Thither aboard a hot air balloon and landed outside of a cave with a veritable dragon's hoard of gold. In there was a small man spinning items out of gold, haunted by the ghosts of those he had hurt during his life as a slumlord of Waterdeep. Where we pick up, our heroes have just given a bunch of money to Nib, this spinner of gold, and have come away looking a little bit different. So, let's go through and describe our characters one by one of how they're looking now. Cait, do you want to start me off with Yama?
Yeah, Yama is really kind of leaning into his intimidating nature, and he's now bedecked in all manner of golden armor. His samurai armor is now trimmed with lots of intricate little story and articles and pictures of past fights and wars, and he's wearing a beautiful golden cloak that features cherry blossoms and a mountain. And he has a really intense samurai helmet with a kabuto helmet with the big moon kind of fingernail / teacup feature on the front. And yeah, he's feeling very shiny.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. Sorn, did you want to describe what the self-styled King of Shadows currently looks like?
Nah, he doesn't really look much different.
Well, for those who are just joining us, please describe what Sorn looks like.
He's very much just a very dark and brooding individual. Definitely gives off an air of superiority. There's no found reason behind why. He's just like, I'm better than everyone. And he's covered in what look to be extremely faded tattoos.
Excellent. And Pauly, our dear captain.
Oh, Captain, my captain. Pauly is a gigantic Aarakocran pirate. Big red feathers that mix in with some beautiful blue and yellow, kind of like a little jungle kaleidoscope. The clothes he wears, he looks just like any beautiful, sexy captain you'll see out in the seven seas. Tricorn on his head at all times. Big coat with epaulets, self-fashioned, because he believes epaulets make you a cooler pirate. On his hip, he has a rapier named Talon, and it's really, really, really good at stabbing things. Really good at stabbing things. And then on his other side of his hip, he's got a little pistol shrimp. Basically, it's like a living creature that shoots bullets for him. And
I like to think because it's a living creature, it yeah, like while it's on his hip in the holster, you can still see it like wiggle its body occasionally.
Yes.
The little mandibles and tentacles that it has, its whiskers kind of always feeling out.
Yeah. I give it like I pet it, as I'm hanging around. Yeah, Pauly pets it and everything like that. And yeah, I mean, I guess he's the captain of when they're on the pirate ship.
Excellent. But the pirate ship is currently not with them. The pirate ship is currently being captained by acting Captain Ratty and the rest of the crew, hopefully on their way to Verdant.
Almost certainly they won't want me back as captain after having Ratty as captain. I wouldn't.
The next campaign is finding your ship and taking it back.
saving Private Ratty.
That's right. But for today, we are in the Feywild. We are in the domain of Prismere, the domain of desire. At the heart of it, the palace of Heart's Desire. However, the original patron of this place has lost their ability to govern. It has been taken over by 3 sisters, 3 witches, and you've met one, and another one controls this realm. And from Nib, you have found out that she dwells in a place called Loomlurch, a collapsed tree in the heart of Thither. And her presence in this forest has been leading to decay and an aging of this beautiful, pristine Feywild forest. You've all had a short rest. You've all got your new items from Nib. Karu is still sleeping. Katie, unfortunately, they couldn't join us. So we're going to press on with Sorn, Pauly, Yama, and their 2 friends. We've got Lot, the pirate cleric. She's sort of dressed in her regular kind of sailing attire. The sort of, the white blouse, coarse vest over the top, flowing kind of skirt. And Diana Cloppington, who was once a half woman, half horse, but has recently been decursed thanks to Sorn, and is sticking with the party as she tries to find her new way in the world. Though I think as you're resting and sitting with her, you see that she, perhaps dozing off a little bit. You still hear her kind of neigh a little bit in her sleep.
Actually, should we buy her some clothes?
Well, yeah, I think she's wearing one of Sorn's old jackets, and then Lot's maybe given her a belt to cinch it up. So it's
I made the nobles give her clothing.
Oh, that's right. She's wearing absolutely noble attire. It doesn't fit perfectly because it was designed for frogs, but she has the kind of the big the neck ruffle. She's still wearing the spare jacket over the top of that. It's a bit of a mismatch, but she's certainly developing her own look.
Should we get Nibs to make her something?
I feel like it's very gold. We
Yeah,
need her to sort of blend in a little bit.
Yama just kind of no blending in here.
Yeah, but that means you can pull all the attention.
Well, that is definitely my goal. You're right. I would not want them to harm Cloppington.
Yeah. Just like, we could make I wonder. Nib, could you fashion these clothes, alter them? Instead of making whole new clothes, would you be able to fashion them into something that fits a little bit better?
He sort of looks forlornly. He's obviously got his blindfold on, and he's just sort of been working fervently the entire time you've been here, from crafting the items you asked for, between that, forging other small items that kind of disappear once he makes them, and obviously making the golden needle for you, Sorn, that Lot was able to use on you to kind of ink out these tattoos on your body. Actually, that reminds me, where are these tattoos on you? Are they, because I believe they have to be on a limb, they have to, or on your scalp. So where do these tattoos cover?
Over my shoulders and down bicep areas.
Yeah, cool.
And they're very faded and dull. And if you didn't know what to look for, you wouldn't be seeing them at all.
Perfect.
Kind of thing at the moment.
Yeah, so if you're staying here for a little bit longer, Nib can fashion some things. He's not very his ability to sew and spin thread is purely related to gold. He can only make things made of gold. He can't. He doesn't have the ability to alter existing clothes. He's not a seamstress.
Is he able?
It seems like his skill with creation is purely related to gold thread.
Yeah. Is he able to make a gold thread?
Yeah,
just a thread.
He's been spinning his gold coins into thread, and any gold you've been giving him into wire and thread.
Yeah, because I feel like he could just make us some gold thread, and then we could give it a go. And
Sure.
Mending and. Do I have any other way to do this before I try to?
Yeah, I mean, if you give him maybe like 5 gold worth of coins, and he spins that into sort of silken gold thread for you, enough to use to make some adjustments to Diana's outfits, but all those adjustments are certainly gold related.
Yeah, of course. I just don't want her to have a fully gold outfit. I feel like that's a bit much for someone we need to keep under the radar. But yeah, I'll flick him the 5 gold and spend a couple of minutes trying to make some adjustments.
Sure. Well, have a think about while we press on through the forests. Have a think about what new outfit you can confer with Diana on what kind of not what new look she's going for this season. You know.
Yeah.
Shoulder pads, perhaps.
Oh no, I was literally just gonna make whatever she had fit.
Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense.
I was gonna bring it all in a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, cool. You can do that for sure. So she's still wearing that sort of noble attire, but then it's almost as if a noble has gone to the low streets, masquerading as a commoner. She's got like the rough adventurer's jacket over the top, but you can see sort of fine gear underneath.
Man, that's a nice adventurer's jacket, all right? It came off Sorn. It's a nice jacket. It's got a velvet underside, okay?
Yeah. Very comfy. For the streets of Waterdeep, I imagine.
Oh, of course.
And Menzo Baranzan. So, what is the goal? Where are you headed? What are you doing? What's the plan? Party?
I believe our plan was to land further north than we did. So,
I guess go north.
Do we head north, team?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe we should probably head
Or should we go east for a little bit, then go north? Just go have a little squeeze.
Well, would you fly up and maybe have a look? Perhaps there's something to see.
Absolutely, I can do that.
Sure thing, Pauly. Give me a perception check as you sort of cruise up into the sky and have a look around.
Percepzione.
What are your bird eyes?
Boom, 25.
Ooh,
That's very good.
crushed it.
On a 25, so you get up above the canopy of the forest of trees, and you look out west, and there's sort of the mountain line and all the fog, and you can see the start of the swamp, but then it's all fog beyond that. You can also see to the north, far north, is just out on the horizon. You can kind of see what looks like a castle up on a mountaintop.
Yeah.
Which you saw was the Palace of Heart's Desire. Around you, you definitely see sort of forest treetops kind of cover everything.
Yeah.
So what you can see where there's clearings, you can see sort of patches of clearings kind of all over. From this height, it's probably hard, or from this position and this angle, it's probably hard to make out what's there, but there's certainly large clearings, and they all seem to be sort of circular clearings.
Right.
There's sort of a uniformity to the clearings. And there's some to the east, north, and so on. Up far north, you can see what looks like around some of the mountains, there's kind of sort of floating rocks as well. Almost like floating islands of rocks, if anyone's a Nagrand fan, maybe.
Yes.
And you also see what appears to be a large, almost like a lake off to the north that has an island in the middle of it. up past sort of the streams and rivers of this place. But they look like, many hours travel away.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's go for the closest clearing, and then maybe like one of the north.
Sure.
Now?
Yeah, I think that's a good tactical decision.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You start heading out north.
Yeah, like so like northeast, to that clearing where you can see there.
Who's leading the way?
I would say maybe. Yeah, you can if you like.
I'll probably do it flying, just above the tree line, so I can see you guys. But
Yeah, if you're flying and we're just following your directions, and Yama's maybe clearing the path through the forest if that's necessary.
Do you want to give me a survival check or a nature check? And I'll give you advantage because you did scout ahead earlier.
Me?
Mm-hmm. Whoever's leading.
I guess I'm not. I'm leading, but I'm not. I guess I am leading. Yeah, I guess I am leading. 12.
Okay. So it's slow going for a little while in that you fly up above the treetops and you're like, cool, found my bearing, fly back down. All right, guys, follow me this way. And you start leading your party of 4 friends through the forest. And then you're like, whoa, stop. All right, now I need to go up and check again. Perhaps being underneath the canopy is not Pauly's favored terrain. And you keep kind of having to jump up and down. So it is slow going. I think it maybe takes you a couple of hours before anything interesting happens. Okay. But eventually, Pauly, you do hear what sounds like sweet melodic music. And as the party's getting closer, you hear sort of a tiny voice singing. And there's sort of an area. It's not quite a large clearing like the one you're looking for, but it looks to be sort of open enough for a bit of a campsite. As the afternoon, I believe the afternoon is probably getting a bit late by now. I don't think you guys have had a particularly long rest anytime recently. But you hear a little bit of what sounds like singing, and as you get a little bit closer, you hear butter, 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 rub my butt, rub my head, rub my butt on the butter, 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 feeling good on the butter.
So that is very sweet and melodic. Pauly would absolutely go towards that music.
Yeah. You head up a little bit closer, and are you trying to be quiet? Are you just like heading straight in? What's the go here?
Ooh, what do you reckon, team? We going in quiet or we going in loud?
Hard to go in quiet. And
you can literally hear Yama clanking as we walk through this forest.
All the sunlight just shining like a disco ball off Yama.
If he had disadvantage on stealth before, he has like an extra disadvantage to his on stealth now.
I'll say just hold up a minute. I'm assuming we are currently far enough away that they haven't heard us approaching.
They're singing.
It seems like the song's still going.
Okay, cool. I'll
I dip my cat in, dip my cat out.
I'll check it out.
And I shake it all about.
And I'm gonna pop my hood up and go into stealth. So I'll make a stealth check.
Sure.
Nope, that was meant to be with advantage because my hood's up. Let me do that again. Advantage.
The butt feels good. It feels good on my butt. It feels good on my
so I got an 11, so that's not really going to work for me. I'm just going to cast invisibility.
But you don't know you're not being stealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never planned to be stealthy.
Well.
So Sorn puts his hood up.
I'm actually clanging. I'm clanging on Yama's armor as we going in.
Sorn, you separate slightly from the group. You put your hood up, become one with the jungle. The rest of you can clearly see him silhouetted just off to the side. As Pauly, you start playing the metal tambourine
Yes.
on Yama's golden armor.
He's very sneaky, isn't he, Yama?
Well, he's much quieter than we're being now. I love it.
And then at a certain point, Sorn will just disappear. Like he's going to cast invisibility, and this is how he figures out that he can now cast invisibility.
Okay.
Out of embarrassment for being so shit at stealth, that's a smart idea.
Well, didn't realize that he was so bad at stealth, but he just goes, and then everyone else is like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
All that's left is his middle finger. For
Like, where's he gone? He's actually gone now. And I'm gonna scope it out.
Okay. So yeah, you get a little bit further ahead then of the group. You're making your way silently. Let me. So anyone to detect you will be at disadvantage, wouldn't they?
Creature becomes invisible as long as the. Yeah, I'm straight up just invisible.
Yeah, you're invisible, but you're not there. I mean, you still may make noise through the.
Yeah, absolutely.
Branches.
Yeah, that's cool. You hear that the singing does not stop. There is no interruption to the singing at all, even as you get closer to the small clearing. In fact, you see you can see a campfire before you can see anything else. You can see sort of the slight glow from a campfire, a cauldron of water bubbling over the flames, and a frying pan kind of next to the fire, sort of resting on some rocks. And so on, as you creep closer, you can hear behind you. You can start kind of hearing the tap 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 of Pauly, and you see a small creature, and it looks like this. It's got where are we? It's got a mushroom body. And
oh my god!
Head, and it. As you get closer, you realize it's the one singing, and it's
one of these before.
It's merrily dipping its cap into kind of the melted pool of butter that's sitting there, like on the rock, and it's just like, I dip my cap in, I dip my cap out, I dip my cap in, and I shake it all about.
I don't like
Can this
mushrooms.
just be an episode of Dan singing? I love it.
I don't like the mushroom people. Every time we run into mushroom people, they're all high as shit and try to bring us into their cults.
It's not usually that. It's usually that we then get them all murdered by something a lot
Hey, I still have
scarier.
my mushroom friend. He's still on my head. He's been alive the whole time.
So Sorn, you're here before the others are because you are invisible. I think you get here a little bit before them. Yep. But what do you do?
I'm just gonna kind of skirt around him, and be on the opposite side of the grove to where my extremely obnoxious and loud teammates are.
Sure. All right. You can move yourself to wherever you'd like to be. Pauly, you feel...
Go back over there.
Pauly, you certainly feel the... Actually, give me a perception check, Pauly.
Yes. 21.
Up to anyone?
You feel in your pack something moving about.
Because I have a little buddy. I'm pretty sure I have a little mushroom buddy, don't I?
I'm pretty sure we've seen this picture before.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I search into my bag.
You reach in and, you pull out the jar that has a similar mushroom friend in there. And when he looks up at you, he's kind of like, hey! And he's like banging on the glass, but like in time to the beat you were making before.
Yes, hell yes. Amazing.
I love him.
Oh, buddy! Alright, 1 second. Let's go see it. Let's go see his... we found a bigger version of you! Is this actually... Are they the same size?
They're about the same size.
Alright,
they're as big as a mushroom.
We found you a buddy!
You approach the campsite, and the little mushroom buddy... or the one who's sort of dunking his head, he kind of picks his head out of the butter, and kind of it's sort of dribbling over his mushroom cap and like dribbling off. And he says, "Oh, hi, friends.
Hey, man, how are ya?
I'm doing great. You should try this. It's amazing." put my butt in, and he just sort of jumps into the butter, and he's like, wiggle my butt, wiggle my butt, wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Oh, hell yeah. But is that actually like a soup pot next to him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's dinner.
Oh no, is there something else around? Can we
There's
like
absolutely going to be something else around.
He says, oh, no, you should come join me. We're getting all buttered up. We're going to get all moisturized. And then we're going to have a hot bath.
Oh, who's giving you the hot bath?
My friend, Croa.
Croa?
Yeah,
Well.
he said, rub all this butter in, feel all good. And so I'm just feeling myself. I'm feeling good. And then when he gets back, he said he was going to give me a hot bath.
That's pretty cool.
He's just gathering some firewood. He should be back real soon.
Right. Okay. Well,
Bye.
my little buddy probably wants to have a little bath too.
Oh, wow. You got a little friend, buddy?
Yeah.
Woo! Bathing with buddies. Bathing with buddies.
Are they able to move around by
with my
themselves?
buddy. Sorry?
Are they able to move around by themselves?
A little bit. They can kind of hop around slightly.
I'm gonna put mine there with him in the butter
right.
bath.
So you put it into the butter bath, and they both look at each other and give like a ah! And then they kind of take turns. One jumps in, the other one kind
Yama.
of dances.
I'm gonna
The other
whisper
one
to
jumps
Yama.
in, the other one
We must
dances.
protect them at all costs. You understand this?
I absolutely agree, but don't you think we should just take them and run? And Yama is like casing the joint. Like
Okay.
his like eyes are on a fucking swivel.
Alright, give me I'll accept like a survival check if you're looking for tracks, or maybe like an investigation check if you want to survey the campsite itself.
Alright, my investigation is better. So he's using his oh wow, cool. Alright, I got nothing.
I was gonna say I was gonna assist, but then you rolled. So
Yeah, I'm so sorry. But Yama is just like, well, I can't really make anything out. Don't you think that he's kind of getting like, it's coming? Do you think we should just take the butter boy and run?
I want to see this guy.
Well, we could watch him from the shrubbery.
Yes, shrubbery.
Also, where the hell is Sorn? Okay, Yama's just gonna like disappear back into the shrubs like fucking Homer Simpson.
Okay.
Pauly.
Well,
Where you going? Aren't you gonna jump in the butter with us?
Yeah, I am. I'm just gonna wait until your friend comes back, and then I'm coming to come say hi.
Oh,
But
okay,
it's
yeah.
a surprise. You can't tell him we're here.
Oh, we love surprises.
Good. All right. Do you promise you won't tell him?
Ooh, I'll try. I'm just so excited.
But you got a buddy there. Think of your butter buddy.
That's true. Butter buddies.
And then Pauly flies up as he says, I'm going to fly up like... Actually, I'm going to... into one of the trees, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I'm guessing is there trees over this, or...
Yeah, sure. There's trees kind of around for sure.
Yeah, sweet.
You can
And I'll try.
perch up in a tree.
Yep.
All right. Sorn, what are you doing whilst invisible?
I'm just hanging out by a tree. I'm gonna position myself like under this tree here, and just continue to observe.
All right.
Let's wait and see whatever their buddy is.
A few minutes later, sort of 3-4 minutes later, Sorn, you hear a sort of crunching through the brush near you. It sounds like a sort of small-ish creature, not trying to be, it's not trying to be stealthy or anything like that. This a figure walks right by you, with you sort of standing there silently.
What do I gauge from looking at this guy?
Give me what would you like to use to try and gauge?
Just what do I like using my insight based on encounters I've had with people that look like goblins before?
Yeah, give me an insight.
Hey, goblet.
Insight. That is an 18.
All right. So you think this is a little goblin. It's got a staff kind of slung over its shoulder, and its hands are full with firewood, and it's just kind of making its way slowly through the brush. You think this creature maybe has some magic about it, but nothing you'd write home about. It's just a little goblin.
Do I perceive it to be any form of a threat?
Not to you. Maybe a threat to the mushroom.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just wait and observe for a little bit longer. But slowly but surely my end goal is I'm going to move over towards the goblin, and I'm going to, I'll drop my stealth at the last second and be like, what do you think you're doing?
As it's walking to the campsite, or are you waiting for it to get right up to the campsite?
For it to go over to its mushroom to,
Sure. Yeah, so it goes over and kind of drops its bundle of wood, and so he's like, "Oh, I see you found a friend. You want to have a bath together?" And they're like, "Yay! Yay! It's not a surprise! Yeah!"
Alright, and when it says it's not a surprise, I'm gonna walk over with I'm gonna have my dagger in my hand, and I'm just gonna put my dagger close to his throat and then drop my invisibility and be like, it's kind of a surprise.
He kind of falls over, or doesn't, I guess maybe fall over because you got your dagger close to his neck, but kind of throws up his hands as you become visible. He goes, "Ah!" And the two mushrooms are like, "Surprise! Wait, no, not surprise!"
Yeah, look, it was a surprise, guys. It's okay, don't worry. What brings you to these parts?
I'm just passing through. I didn't know this was your part of the forest. I'm so sorry. And he says, I don't have much, but I can offer you, look, I have dinner about to be cooked if you wanted to join me.
One of these mushrooms is our friend.
As you say that, they're dancing around, swapping position constantly.
Oh my god.
Both of the mushrooms.
Yeah, well, one of these was with us, so I don't know which one it was anymore. So, how about this? You just give me some information.
Okay, yes, of course. What do you want to know?
Where are we? What's around here?
Well, this is Thither. This is a forest. I mean, it used to be. Actually, give me an intimidation check with advantage because you've got a
intimidation with advantage. All right.
You got a thing at his throat.
A thing, technical term. Oh gosh.
12.
That's a 12.
Yeah.
I wish it was a persuasion check of some sort. Persuade him into thinking I was scary.
I think that's what intimidation is, but sure.
Yeah. Persuasion is a +10.
Yeah, well, gotta stop threatening people. You're just not very good at it.
I've still got the knife to his throat.
Oh, so yeah, he feels threatened. He says, well, this is Thither. You're in the forests of Thither. Are you? I guess maybe you're new here. During this, I assume Pauly, you still up top. Yama and stuff. You still in the bushes, or?
Yeah, I guess Yama's deep in the bushes, but watching as closely as he can. He's just trying to hide his glimmer.
Yeah, cool. The goblin's attention is 100% on Sorn right now.
Yeah, cool.
And he says, well, these forests, what do you want to know where we are? These were Zabilna's forest, but I guess it's now Granny Nightshade. Yes, Granny Nightshade she has a market. You can get candy if you let me. I have some candy in my pack. I'm happy to give you a stick of candy. I got it from the market up there. The goblin there's a good friend of mine. Perhaps I really don't have anything much else to offer you, sir. Candy, mushroom dinner.
What do you guys think?
Oh, you muted, Timmy.
That's when Pauly will come flying down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yama's just gonna march in too.
And be like, all right, you've scared the goblin enough.
Yeah, when the goblin sees you, Yama, he probably swears in goblin. He's just like, oh, shoots and leaves. Oh shit, oh god, it's one of the big boys.
And Yama, I think, is just going to maybe placate him a little bit in goblin and just be like, it's all right. We just want information. Just tell the men what they want.
I'll just I'll move my dagger away from his throat. And come around in front of him, and then the dagger will sort of just disappear.
He's
yes,
like,
now.
Whew, and kind of collapses back onto a rock next to his sleeping pack. He's just like, and it scurries and opens up his pack and pulls out it pulls out a couple of candied apples and offers them up to you.
Oh, Yama takes one for sure.
Yeah, so it's for anyone who doesn't know, a candied apple is sort of apple on a stick that's been dipped in some kind of toffee or whatever. So it's got a candy shell around an apple.
Yama, well, thank you. I'm assuming this is from that market that you mentioned. Which direction was that?
Oh, that's up north. That's just outside of Loomlurch. They sell all kind of candy. There's a goblin there with a head like a toffee apple, and he's got bubble gum, he's got toffee apples, he's got sour worms. I think they're real worms, and
Yum.
Oh, all sorts. Mostly he sells them. I mean, there's a lot of kids that live there, so he sells a lot to the kids. But he'll sell them to me too. I could tell him if you tell him that Crow sent you. You'd probably get a really good discount because me and him we're all old friends.
All right, little Crower. Well, you know what you're gonna do today? You're gonna take us to
dinner and
Loomlurch.
then leave.
You're gonna take us to Loomlurch. We're all gonna have a nice little nap here together. I think it's getting late, but we're gonna help you with your dinner, right? And I'm guessing we have rations of some sort.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of rations.
Let's have a feast. Let's have a little goblin-sized feast.
Yes, as long as
Rations.
you forget about these mushrooms here.
Yeah, as you say that, he looks over at the mushrooms. You can see his mouth watering, and then sort of looks a bit crestfallen.
No, they're our buddies. You can't eat them.
And as you say that, they're like, "Buddy bath time! Buddy bath time! Buddy bath time!"
I'm gonna take the pot. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna get my hat. Right, and I'm gonna take part of the water out of the pot. Let it cool down to not boiling.
Yeah.
like test the waters first. If I can dip a finger in there.
Yeah, like a good parent putting the
Yep. And then I'm gonna place the 2 mushrooms in there, so that way they can have a nice little buddy bath time.
And they're like, "Wee!"
No, I'm gonna. About what time of the day is it currently, Dan?
It's hard to tell because you guys have been sort of marching around, wandering around for ages. It seems like dusk, but time seems to travel here in kind of weird. Yeah.
Do I perceive any animals that aren't sentient around? Because I don't want to eat anything that can talk back.
Give me a nature check.
Nature check. Let's see if this goes anywhere. That's a nat 1.
I mean, you only know one bird, and he's sentient-ish. And you met a horse person who was also sentient. I mean, there's definitely no like creatures within eyesight of a campfire. But you do hear like the trill of bird song and things like that. But they all could just be mocking you, like Pauly does. It's very hard to know. There's no game-sized animals, and you definitely, with a 1, I don't think you understand what tracks look like on the surface for
This is true.
For those kind of animals at all.
I'm gonna just say to Yama, do you know how to hunt? I feel like we should get some kind of food that's not able to converse.
Well, yeah, all right. I'll give hunting a go. I've hunted. And Yama's gonna go hunt. What did you roll just then, nature? Could I like make a petition for survival to?
Sure, to look for some tracks or something.
Yeah, something to follow.
I should have thought to do that.
13.
Yeah. You see some tracks around, and you head out, but it's going to be like you're going to have to head away from the camp to go follow these tracks.
Yeah, he's gonna do it.
All right.
He's feeling invigorated by this golden armor, and maybe it's going a bit to his head. We'll see what happens.
Perfect. You trudge off, looking for tracks, trying to find scat, all that kind of stuff, and so yeah, you leave the rest of them as you make your way out.
I feel like
Back in
this
a
is a
bit.
terrible idea. This is a Fey forest. I don't think you're going to find your way back.
Sorn and Pauly, and Diana, I suppose. You're sitting around the campfire. What are you doing?
I'm going to start popping into making a soup.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching Splug cook.
Oh yeah, and then this goblin has collected some carrots and things like that. There are some other sort of root vegetables here.
Perfect.
But he was looking to throw in those buttered up mushrooms. But
Get
they're
a shish kebab, like I'm just just like do like it's quick charring, like use talon to like char all the like things like rotisserie style over the fire, and then gonna cut them up in the air, and then let them fall into the pot.
just a excellent.
I'm also
Like
going
peel the root vegetables. You know what I mean? Like everything.
I'm gonna go ahead and retrieve from my sleeve. How many people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of us. So I'll retrieve. How much do we feel? Do we feel like having a feast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Fire.
12 days worth of rations.
Oof.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I'll place them out, and like I'm assuming they're not like a ration, like a biscuit. They're like a ration pack, so they have like
There's like nuts and
MREs.
Yeah.
we get some jerky or like it's a little bits of meat maybe or whatever.
Yeah, little
Everything's
strips of
going
meat
in
you
the
can
pot.
boil a bit. Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
So
Get a stew
charcuterie
going.
board.
The shark coochie board.
While you're doing that, I think one of the or the mushrooms in the hat are like, hey, look at us. And then one of them is like
absolutely looks at them.
lying on its back, floating on its back, and the other one's like standing on it, and the one lying on its back in the hat is like, I'm a boat, and the other one's like, I'm a captain, and they like float around the hat a little bit, and then they're like, oh, I want to be the captain, and then
Why do I feel like one of these mushrooms is going to drown by the end of this?
The only, and this is what Pauly says out loud. The only people who are ever allowed to mutiny are these two. Okay?
They can be
careful.
the captain.
They are fey mushrooms. Be careful.
the mushroom that got to be captain second goes, Capastry overboard, and like kind of falls in with just a little plop. But yeah, they're just happily swimming in your now watery, buttery hat.
I'm okay with it. Worth it. Worth it for the cuteness. Where'd you find this little buddy, by the way?
They grow all over the place around here. There was well, there was a big tree, and I just found this guy in the undergrowth. He was just like singing away, and I was like, hey, come with me. And he was like, yeah, cool, love that. So
Very creepy. I'm going to ask you to never do that again.
I mean, you can't survive on candy alone.
Pauly carves one of the root vegetables into the face of a goblin. As he says this. And then as he does that, he's going to also throw this one up into what looks like into the pot. But with a flash of his rapier, stabs it right through the fucking head.
Yeah, good. Brilliant.
Do we have an understanding? Can I roll intimidate for that? Because I feel like that's a thing, you know.
For sure. Yeah.
I mean, I have shit intimidation, but, you know, it's fine. Oh, 18.
Very good. Yeah, you can see him go sort of a paler shade of green.
Yeah.
As he's just like, yeah, no, candy, I love candy. And it just sort of like, you hear just the loud, like, slow crack of him trying to eat into this toffee apple.
Remember, if the mushroom talks, we don't eat them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
Mushrooms are friend, not food.
100% noted. So you're all new here to Thither then?
Yeah. Pretty new. We just came from Hither.
Oh, okay. Too swamp-like for me.
Yeah, I agree.
There's
annoying rabbits there too. They need to die.
Them Harangun, those guys suck.
The rabbits make it hard. All the little insects that bite at you and buzz around you all the time. It's much nicer in here for sure.
Yeah. Is there anything we should be worrying about here?
Well, there's a bunch of there is sort of a band of brigands that tour around here. Fierce lot. They run around yelling bangarang, and they're led by this boy who calls himself Willa the Feywild.
We've heard that name before.
Yeah, I think Granny has been putting up notices to deal with it. She's trying to deal with the brigand problem. She tries to take in lots of. There's a lot of kids. She's got a lot of kids. I think she's running like an orphanage. It's an orphanage and it's a shop, and I guess it must be really hot in there because someone said they sweat a lot.
Oh,
right. Oh, it's one of those orphanages, right? Okay.
Have you guys met Granny?
Do they make nice shoes with swooshes on them?
Well, yeah. They make toys.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we haven't met Granny, but I would like to.
Oh, yeah. You can't miss her. She has sort of a large key in her back. Have you seen those wind-up toys? She has one of those out her back. You can't miss it.
Okay. Well, what's Granny's other name other than Granny?
Granny Nightshade.
Granny Nightshade. Thank you.
Granny Nightshade. You wouldn't happen to have a picture or know where I could get a portrait of her, do you?
I don't know. I guess you could go ask her. I don't. I mean, he gets a stick and starts idly kind of drawing the ground. It's just a real rough. It's it's like a circle with eyes.
Okay.
And then he draws the key on her back.
Okay. Well, we're looking for someone with a key on their back, and yeah. Interesting.
She. Yeah. Well, just be careful if she's happy, the key turns quickly, but when she's upset, the key turns really slowly. And if she gets very angry, the key stops completely.
What happens if someone removes the key?
I don't know. No one. I don't know if anyone's ever tried.
Sorn starts moving his hands together, just We'll see then. He's getting a very bad idea.
But no, she's doing. I think she's doing good out there in the world. She she's got the kids, giving them jobs, making them make toys.
These kids.
I don't understand the question.
Do they gain anything for making these toys?
Well, I mean, they live in her house, and I assume she feeds them.
Okay.
I mean, I've gotten much. She probably gives them the occasional kick and stuff. That's what happened when I was part of, Splug's Thugs. That was kind of what I got paid in. I got paid in like the occasional
Thugs?
food and a lot of kicks and stuff.
Splug's Thugs. Please elaborate.
Splug's Thugs.
Please elaborate on Splug's Thugs.
Oh well, I was part of this like little gang, and we used to cruise around. And our leader was like this guy named Splug, and he was all like, "Yeah, let's go attack these caravans." And then like we'd go and attack, and we'd get all the steal some stuff, and then I'd be like, "Hey, can we share the loot?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, share this," and like he'd kick me. And then so I'd go share that with the other goblins, and but it got taken over. That whole operation got taken over by a bugbear, who came in and kind of muscled Splug out of the managerial position.
Well, I'm going to give you some very good thing. I know you made Splug.
Oh?
Yeah, he's my chef.
Oh, okay. So he's not working for that bugbear anymore?
No, that bugbear's dead.
Oh.
Very dead.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, he killed a mushroom friend of mine.
Oh. And he kind of takes another bite of his toffee apple. That's too bad.
But I'll let him know you said hi.
Yeah, tell him Karu said hi.
Writing it down to so I remember.
Sure. Let's cut away to Yama and Lot making their way through. I think you've picked up a bit of a trail.
Cool.
You've sort of come across a large trail of footprints. Where are you? Yama. And Lot. Let's go see what you're up to.
Dying.
So much faith.
All we hear is...
And all this clanging.
That's right. So you've come across a trail of prints that you've kind of and a bit of with whatever kind of hunter craft, survival craft you have, there's like the broken branch and whatever you're kind of following through, and as you get into a bit of a clearing, you see sort of these prints. The reason you was able to see them so well is because each print spans sort of 3 feet from heel to toe. Give me a nature check.
I love that Yama thinks that this is like just like adequate for dinner. That's an 11.
Yeah, could be a big cow.
Delicious cow ready for dinner. Yeah.
Delicious cow. It's quite like the footprints are quite heavy, so it's probably a big creature.
Lots of meat.
Lots of meat on those bones.
Yep. Yama's definitely thinking with his stomach right now, and he's probably like maybe shushing Lot and maybe kind of like pointing out to her like the signs, but he's like moving very quietly, and he's just not really like, oh, this is too much food for like 5 people.
Yeah. Do you want to follow those tracks for me, please? And everyone who's not in the scene can see on Twitch what Yama finds.
Oh yes, okay, I'm watching.
So I'm so interested.
Oh. The,
Oh,
You follow them along. The trail disappears abruptly.
okay.
And as
They
you
have
looked
massive
at
tracks.
the end, the end of the trail is sort of unusually deep. Give me another survival check.
Please be good. Oh, I thought that was a natty one, but it's a 8.
An 8.
7.
Yeah, it's a mystery. Maybe it turned invisible. Maybe it's still here. You kind of put your hands out. It's not still here.
Yeah, okay. The Yama's just kind of like wandering around, and all his like kind of big mouthing to Lot, he's just kind of like, oh, well, you know, this happens sometimes.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, look, I think I've seen something like that before. Roll me again, because she's giving you the help action.
Okay. It's too out of his realm.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say we go back? I hate to return empty-handed, but maybe we could forage some vegetables on the way back.
Can you give me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, please?
Am I gonna fall over in the dirt? Oh no, it's a 4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, what? Lot probably needs to make one, too. Dex, saving throw, disadvantage.
Her dexterity is better than mine.
Did it roll? Oh, yeah, it rolled 12. Okay. She just barely gets out of the way as a something falls out of the sky and just lands on top of you. And there's just sort of a loud splat and thud as you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage. As you realize now you are beneath a heavy, meaty figure. You kind of pull yourself out from it, and you see that it's a horse that has no head and large claw marks in its sides.
But it's like it's standing and it's alive, or has
No, it's
it just
fallen
like
out
a
of
dead
the it's
thing that's
fallen
just-
out of the sky and landed
Yeah.
on you.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna like wriggle out, and I might just kind of say to Lot, like, get moving.
All right. So you don't pick up the horse. You just start heading back.
I think this is gonna be like something else's prey, and like, no, he's just gonna like leave it. He understands his place in the food chain. Looking at like the claw marks, I assume are like really big, or okay.
Give me a quick perception check as you and Lot sort of look around before making your way away.
Starting way. 15?
You hear the beating of leathery wings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna like move faster.
Alright. What do you say to Lot to get her moving? She's like, oh, there we go. Horses can be good eating.
And he's like, Lot, look at those claw marks. Like, this is not our food. It has been claimed by something else. Let's just leave, and we'll tell the guys we didn't find anything.
Okay. And she starts legging it back the way you came. Excellent. We cut back to the rest of the party around the campsite. It's maybe been sort of half an hour, you know, the stew's starting to bubble. They're, you know, smelling good. You can also, like, the smells of the buttery mushrooms is also commingling and stuff like that. Like, I mean, if birds' mouths could water, you might be like, tempting though. but you can definitely smell like the jerky, is getting in there. Those juices, those meaty juices, are being unlocked, and the rest of the vegetables are also. Maybe about after an hour or so, Yama and Lot come trudging back into the campsite.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Empty-handed, sorry. Couldn't find anything in this forest.
Now
Nothing?
is Yama's breastplate still covered in blood?
Oh yeah, I don't think he would have thought to remove that. He's kind of gone his whole life covered in blood, so I think he's just kind of like, sorry guys, just couldn't find anything.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Why? Okay.
Why is that?
Do you want to give me a deception check, Yama? Sorn against your insight?
Against insight? Okay.
He's not very deceptive.
It's a nat 20.
Yeah, you can tell Yama is sweating. This is probably the first time he's ever lied in recent history.
Yeah, and he doesn't do cardio, so the running away, it's really obvious.
Someone will just be like, Yama, now you know. I thought you knew lying was wrong.
I do. I wouldn't lie to you, Sorn.
Gesturing to this.
Well,
it appears you found something, or something found you.
Well, if you guys are really desperate for some meat, I know where we could find a horse.
A horse, you say?
Diana's face goes pale.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to eat. I don't think we want to eat a horse.
Well, objectively speaking, I'm sorry, Diana, but I have eaten horse before, and it's very delicious. But there may have also been the prey of something much larger. We didn't hang around to find out.
So you didn't see any tracks or anything like that?
Do you think you were followed?
That I hadn't thought of. I'm sorry, but it is the distinct lack of tracks that first alerted me to the problem. I heard wings, and we left.
Yeah. Now, you see, the thing with flying predators is it's probably up there right now because they can follow you from the sky, much like our friend Pauly here.
Yes, and I am not usually one to be cowardly and to run away, and he's shamefully wiping the blood from his armor, but it did seem that we would be quite outmatched, Lot and I had to protect her.
I'm just gonna say it. We should probably prepare for combat.
Well,
we should be fine. I think what we might do, or what we should do, is rest here, stay here.
Well, we should definitely rest. But does anyone need any healing, perhaps, in the meantime?
Oh, no, yes. I'm okay.
I could take some healing.
All right. Well,
but I mean, if we're gonna have time to have a long rest here, it will be fun.
Assuming it goes uninterrupted, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is there's a large flappy wing.
I'll take the healing. I'll take the healing. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the healing.
All right. Well, this is the first time Yama's done this, and maybe he's kind of looking at Sorn, and his his sword starts to glow, or his eyes start to glow, and he just kind of zeroes in on your wounds and the blood leaking from your body, or whatever wounds you've got. And he rolls a cure wounds, and you got 7 hit points back.
Very good, thank you very much. Someone will go, where the fuck did that come from? That's kind of cool. You've been paying attention, have you?
He kind of he stands up a bit, and maybe he's like, oh, I've been feeling a bit different since donning this armor and cloak. I feel a bit more myself.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you something.
Okay.
Trying to just like be like, all right, so this is a really good one, all right? Like Sorn's like teaching. Sorn's like, oh, finally, someone likes divine magic. Finally, I can show off my cool divine magic, and maybe they can like it or not. And it was like, everyone gather around. And he's just, I'm gonna do a second level prayer of healing if we have 10 minutes.
Sure.
Yama is like studiously watching.
So I'm gonna I'll draw out like a circle of runes on the ground because it's a 30-foot circle. So I'm gonna make my way around and draw out essentially what is a giant magic circle, but instead of having arcane glyphs, it's more divine glyphs. And then I'll sit down in the middle of it, and as I start chanting along and doing my prayer, it all starts to glow and pulse a little bit, and then about 10 minutes goes by, and it will just there'll be a big it'll
You
hit
see it like a divine light coming.
Yeah, you see but my divine light looks nothing like yours. Mine's very corrupted.
Okay, so where mine's very golden.
Yeah, mine is inky black with electricity static through it.
I always imagine Sorn's corrupted divine magic as kind of like a black light that's on the fritz.
Yeah.
So there's lightning or sparks going through it, and you can see that there was a blue undertone at one point, but then now it's been pushed into ultraviolet.
It's gotten really bad.
That's so cool.
And then I'm going to cast my Prayer of Healing. So everybody gets 13 points of healing.
That's cool, because I
Everybody
actually
in the
needed...
circle.
I forgot that
I'm
I
okay. I was okay before too.
But now you just feel a little bit more invigorated.
I'll just keep cooking the soup.
I think that does heal a lot, though. A lot needed.
Some heals.
Nice.
All right, excellent. Cool. So yeah, you all feel a bit better. You all start tucking into the food. The sun seems to not be going down. It just seems to be sort of an ever dusk kind of time, despite how long you're waiting.
Maybe they can be inured against the horrors below.
Thank you very much. Typically, you know, the sun would have gone down by now in a normal setting, but it seems to be this almost like ever dusk. There's like a little bit of light, but full night is not taking you, but it's definitely enough to sleep with. What's the plan? I mean, Timmy's already yawning, so I assume characters want to get a sleep as well.
Yeah, no,
Are you setting up watches?
Yeah, I was just about to say, Yama will totally take the first watch, if that's fine with everyone else.
Yeah, Sorn will take the second half of the 8 hours, because being an elf, only need half as much time, technically, so I can take a double as long a watch to everyone else.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. Elves only need 4 hours instead of 8, but you still have to do the full 8-hour rest.
Yeah, our Cochrans need their beauty sleep, so you can do that.
Does Pauly have like a little face mask or like two pirate
absolutely.
eye patches that he puts on?
Yeah, the two pirate eye patches to go across. Absolutely.
Do they match? Or are they two different ones? Do they match, or are they two different eye patches?
One has Thorindir on it, okay, and the other one has Winfred.
No, Ymir? All right. Your pillow is just a rock.
No. Exactly. I was actually literally about to say that, and I have a rock as a pillow.
Amazing.
It's memory foam.
That's right.
Memory foam. Yama's eyes are to the east, watching for that.
Okay.
Beastie.
Give me so all of you kind of tuck in the two little mushrooms, hop out of their hot bath. Not before though. One of them, while you're all eating, one of the little mushrooms goes. I think we found treasure, and you see it like bob on the water and kind of swim down. And then the two of them, from the bottom of the hat, you see them trying to drag up into the top of the water. You know, some of the water's maybe drained through the hat because it's not waterproof. they're trying to go, and they seem to have found a small flask of something, and they're trying to get it to the surface of the water.
I'll help them out.
Yeah, you lift out your own flask
My own
that sits
flask.
in the bottom of your hat.
Oh, thanks, guys. A little nightcap.
We found a treasure!
Love that. Love us
Oh,
my
that's
my hat with me. And I will.
Buried treasure, buried treasure!
I'm gonna get some of the dirt that's here, and then
Yeah.
put it in that jar that I had the other one in. Is there room for the two of them in there?
Yeah, sure. They don't mind being cramped up a little bit.
Perfect. I'm gonna put them both in there. I'm gonna poke some holes in that jar, actually. By the way,
Sure. Yeah.
just let them breathe, just in case.
So yeah, as you do, and you put the lid on, yeah, you hear you hear them just like going yo ho, we're pirates.
Yes. Okay, Yama. Next time, just remind me. I need to get them little pirate hats.
Well, they already
yes,
have big
noted.
caps. I mean, their heads are mushroom caps.
Yeah.
Maybe Nibs could make them something.
We're going back.
Excellent. And you all settle in for a long rest. Yama, do you want to give me a perception check as you're the first one on watch?
Absolutely.
And Josh, if you're still in the chat, would you like to roll a d20 for me to see if the party gets
Yes.
attacked?
I love it when Josh controls our fate.
We'll say a
Josh,
15.
Josh also really enjoys it too.
I was going to say
Yeah.
15 or higher. We rolled a 14. That's fine. Your watch goes by uneventfully, Yama.
All right.
What do you do?
Well, I think he spends some time like cleaning and sharpening his sword, his usual kind of nighttime routine. But now he spends a bit longer on his armor, perhaps looking at the engravings and the beautiful like etch work that Nibs has put into the trim on the armor. As he kind of lays down his pile of like armor and lays his sword across it, maybe he says a little. He's not religious and he's not very like I guess faithful in things other than his party and his-self, but maybe he's really kind of he says almost like a promise to himself, like that they'll always be safe. Maybe the run-in with the winged beast kind of brings it a little bit to the forefront, like he really like is the protector of these people, and that's how he feels, and maybe that's more something that cements a bit more in his mind as he really looks at this armor that they've paid for him.
Does Yama like close his eyes as he's doing this prayer?
Yeah, I think it's like a little bit like yeah, it's a bit yeah. Go ahead.
Pauly, absolutely. You like, but Yama opens his eyes, and Pauly is resting on his thigh, like all cuddled up to sleep.
It's so cute. Yeah. So all of this, and then that happens to Yama, and he's just like, these, like in his soul, he's just like, these are my people, and I will protect them, and like, he's like, yeah, and then puts his eyes back out to the skies for that winged beast.
So you spend some time, sharpening your sword, looking at your new armor, maybe sipping some tea. There's a bath of there's already boiled water, and that water's still kind of warm. It's got that mushroomy, buttery tang to it. If you wanted to do, make some
delicious.
Make some tea with that mushroom bath water, which we're selling now, actually. Hit my link in the description. We're selling mushroom bath water, limited time only.
It comes with a song.
That's right. Yeah, if you open up the little vial and you listen to it, you get that mushroom e-girl song plays. And it's like opening the bottle, it goes ooh woo.
It's 10,000 channel points.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, get me to 100 subs, and we'll do mushroom ego water.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So your first watch goes by uneventfully. Pauly, Pauly has ditched the rock for or the bundle of rocks in a pillowcase that is his remnants of Ymir, and Josh is about to go gift 100 subs. He wants it. The people want that bathwater.
The people have spoken.
The people have spoken. How do you, just for my headcanon, how do you wake up Sorn while you've got a sleeping Pauly on your lap?
Yeah, I think he takes in his hand that he's holding the sharp end of his sword, and maybe it cuts his hand a little bit, but he uses that to like gently poke Sorn awake without jostling Captain Pauly's head on his tough as rock leg.
So Sorn, you're sitting there, I assume, like crisscross applesauce in lotus position, meditating, and you're just all of a sudden poked slightly in the temple with the hilt of a samurai sword.
Yeah, right. Oh, my eyes just sort of open up. And I go, yep, okay. And I'll start my watch, I guess.
Okay. Give me a perception check, Josh, if you want to hit me with another d20 roll, please.
Oh, actually, was I going to do one too? Oh, that's right. Shit.
No, you're asleep. Oh, did you
Oh, yeah,
want...
Maybe Yama knew that your watch was next, but just actually lets you sleep through.
He rolled a nat 20. Sit rat. And Sorn dies.
19.
Yet all of Josh's dreams come true and Sorn dies. Like that.
All right. Okay. Sorn, you hear, before you see, the flapping of leathery wings.
Oh no!
And you hear a loud screech on the wind. And so you've probably got a few moments before whatever it is that's flying up there is within sight of the campfire that's starting to dull down. What do you do?
If there's something coming, Sorn is going to make as much noise as possible and wake everyone up. Get up, everyone. Our friend is here.
Fuck up.
Okay. So you'll come awake, and you can you all now can hear as you're coming awake. You can hear the kind of the wings, and you hear sort of the screeching and yell of some sort of creature. And then those of you who can sort of see in this kind of dusk light, you look up into the sky, and there's a two-winged creature. It's got sort of a lizard, almost like a lizard body, but it's sort of a large creature. It was a bit dragon-like, but almost like emaciated. And then it's got a long neck with an open mouth and kind of two big, almost like fly eyes, but they're just sort of pure white. And it looks like this.
Oh my gosh, I love it!
Dope.
That's so dope. God damn it, Josh.
Hey, he rolled a 20. You gotta honor the 20.
The holy 20.
The holy 20. You can drag it onto this map, please. Thank you. Oh, we only need one.
Oh.
And it's probably... We'll say it's a good sort of 60 feet up at the moment, and we're going to roll initiative.
Heck yes. Oh no, there's still a beholder zombie.
Oh, why is that in there?
It's been a while.
It actually has been a while, really.
Yeah. That was Christmas.
Oh God, that's not great for Dean. Well, not great for me.
Alright, initiative.
I rolled a natty 20 on my initiative, but I have a -1.
Okay, so Yama's on 19.
That's the highest I will ever roll.
And you've got Lot with you on 19 as well. Pauly, what was yours?
15.
15. Sorn?
19.
19. I assume you have the higher dex, so I'm going to put you above Yama.
I'll take it.
Stop it. Stop it.
Cool. Remove Karu. Alright, Pauly, you are first to act as you've been jostled awake rudely by your quartermaster.
It wouldn't be me. It'd be, I was 15, not 26. I don't know why I'm in there twice.
Oh, okay, right. There we go. Oh wait, I've got 2 Sorns now.
I think that first one's actual Sorn, and the other one is the fake Sorn. Because look at the images.
Yeah. Cool.
There's 2 Yamas as well, but that's fine.
There we go. Cool. Alright, so it's Sorn first then.
Okay, bear with me 2 seconds. Sorry, I'm throwing a wrap together. Okay, well, I am... God damn it. I'll start off as best I can, and, spells. We're gonna throw some spells and shit. Well, I'm gonna bonus action hex this thing.
Okay.
And I want to impose Dex.
Alright, what's the range on Hex?
Hex has a range of 90 feet.
Perfect, yep.
Alright, so I'm imposing a Hex with a disadvantage on Dex.
And what kind of save does it need to make?
Hex, it doesn't make a save.
Okay, alright, so it is.
It's just my bonus action to just hex it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to... cast a 3rd level Mind Spike on it. Oh no, that's a 60 feet range, so I can't do that.
Yeah, it's a bit over 60 feet just because it's in the air.
In the air as well, yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to change that. I'm going to use... Well, anyway, I'm going to start blasting. I'm going to firebolt it.
Okay.
Ooh.
18 to hit for 8 damage.
18 hits.
Yep, so 8 fire damage plus the 6 necrotic damage from Hex.
Yep, so -8 and -6.
And it is now noticeably... well, it doesn't really have any other... Like, it looks like it's not as dexterous as it was, because now it has a disadvantage on all dex saves.
Yep.
And I am my turn.
Alright, let's get some battle music.
Hell yeah.
Anything for Diana?
Cloppington will do nothing.
Okay. Anything for... Well, it's Yama and Lot's turn, and then we've got Pauly.
Sorry. I'm glad we did some healing. Lot's not going to do anything, I believe, until someone's hurt. She might actually just move away from the creature. Was the creature coming from the east side?
Yeah, from where you were hunting before.
Yeah, okay, easy. She's just going to actually maybe take some cover. Oh, sorry, I can't move behind that. Behind the, stones, rocks, just so she's on the other side.
Yep.
And then Yama is going to turn to the goblin. I assume he's also awoken during the kerfuffle.
Yep.
And he's just towering over him, because that's a small goblin, right? While Yama is still a hobgoblin, so man size.
Mm-hmm.
And in goblin, he's just going to say to him, in a really menacing, will you fight with us? And maybe go for a little bit of an intimidate to try and get him to
yeah, sure.
get him to
intimidate or
work.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, 26.
Oh yeah, he looks like he looked up, saw this thing, and you saw him like grabbing his toffee apples and stuff, ready to just bolt away.
Yeah.
But as you kind of step next to him and say that, he's like, oh, okay, and you see him like pull a staff out and ready himself.
Yeah, awesome. And then, sorry, Yama's just going to cast a True Strike on himself.
Okay.
Cool. And that's it.
Pauly.
Alrighty. Pauly kind of snaps awake, drool coming out of his beak that was definitely on Yama's lap. It's like, crap. And I'm gonna try. Actually, how far away is this Jabberwock?
60 feet up and sort of 40, 50 feet across. So we're in a non-Euclidean world, so it's kind of like, I think you add those together.
So enough to shoot him with.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna shoot him with my pistol shrimp.
Cool.
Oh my god, 9 to hit.
That will not hit.
Groggy, Pauly.
If he doesn't get his 8. If he doesn't get his 8 hours, he's
That's it. He's not happy. Groggy, Pauly just kind of goes, okay.
Maybe one of the eye patches was still like half of your eye or something.
Yep. That's it.
That's it from
Pauly.
Pauly?
That's it from Pauly. Yep.
Okay. Cool. Next up is the mushrooms. So are they still in your... They've probably jumped out of your hat by now. Hat's back on your head.
I put him in the jar, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so they're in the jar. Let's remove them from the initiative.
He's got a butter hat on his head.
And then we've got the goblin's turn. So he looks up at you and he's like, okay. And he spends his turn casting Mage Armor on himself.
Nice.
So his armor class goes up to 13 plus dex. So cool. He has increased, and he steps slightly away from you. Alright, this creature's turn. It sort of swoops to the side here. And it affixes its gaze at you, and its eyes, its sort of wide eyes sort of glow brightly, and then a beam of fire lances out and just scorches the ground in a line, hitting Sorn, Pauly, and Lot. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
Was that Lot? Did you say?
And Lot as well, yeah. So everyone in this line.
Oh, alright. Dex save it is.
Yeah, I can't see where the creature is. So I have no idea.
23.
Okay, you succeed.
Lot got a 13.
13 fails.
Oh no.
Pauly?
Oh, what was this? Dex save?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so the front two boys succeed. Lot fails. Those who fail would take 32 damage. On a successful save, you take half.
Alright, so I take half of that again.
Correct, because it's fire damage. And
Yeah.
And what does that mean for Lot?
Can I
She has.
dodge that?
it's not an attack, unless you have evasion.
No. Okay,
No.
that's all good.
Because evasion lets you
Yeah, anytime
Bump
you
it down one.
succeed, you. Yeah.
bump it down. For Lot, because it was 78 damage and she took the brunt of it, I needed to make a con save. And I think, let me grab the...
Yeah, she has like, it says here 5 hit points. Oh no, it was a 17, but it's not a 17.
Yeah, followers
12.
are a little bit different.
Is she gonna die?
I mean, she can be hit 5 times.
Yeah, but if it's like a spell, or like an ability like this that uses multiple dice.
Yeah, that was 32 points of damage.
That 32 points of damage turns into 8 for me.
Yeah, if they fail, they lose 1 health level per die of damage. So she goes down and loses all 5 of her health points.
Okay, so she's unconscious and dying.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's our healer. Nice.
I'm still here.
That's the Jabberwock's turn. Sorn.
Well,
Fix the cleric.
has the Jabberwock come any closer to us?
A little bit, but it's still sort of up in the air.
I'm going to move towards it. I'm going to mind spike it.
Okay.
3rd level mind spike. Bow bow. That is needs to make a DC 17 save. Wisdom.
Wisdom. Got a 10.
So it takes 10 psychic damage.
Yep.
Yeah. And it also takes 4 necrotic damage from the hex.
Cool. Excellent. You
and
notice...
I'll jump back over
Sure.
to the crew.
Give me a nature check, Sorn.
Real good at those. 7.
Okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything. What's Diana doing?
Cloppington, I'm gonna get her to run over and try to stabilize Lot.
Okay. Yeah. Medicine check.
Yeah. Just off me or?
Off Lot. Sorry, off Diana.
Medicine.
16. Yeah, I believe Lot is now stable.
Thank God.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, we'll say I'll put she's over there with making sure everything's okay.
Alrighty. Cool. Lot doesn't need to make death saves because she is stabilized. Yama.
Alright, Yama's gonna come out. So I can't see the beast that's not on the map. Was it on close enough to...
It is there. Can you all see it? It's 60... Maybe because it's 60
I
feet
can
up.
see it.
Maybe because it's outside your low vision range.
Yeah, I can see it.
I don't have any, shadow there, though.
Interesting. You're, right under it now.
Yeah, I can't see anything, and that area is lit.
If I put it down on the ground, can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, I think because it was... I think you don't have dark vision, so... Or if you do, you can only see, 30 feet.
I definitely have dark vision.
I'll definitely say you can see it, for sure.
Okay. I don't really have anything that's not melee, I guess. Well, I might try something really wild and try and cast sleep on it, but I rolled a whole bunch of ones.
Okay, so sleep is its current health, is not lower than 10, so...
Yeah, I didn't think so.
the
I literally
spell
rolled all 1s and 2s.
What does Yama casting sleep look like? Is he singing a lullaby? Is it is it Leaves on the Vine?
I don't think it's a lullaby. He's definitely not a singer or a chanter or anything. Maybe it's more like he pulls his sword out and without really knowing what he's doing, he's kind of doing that mesmerizing kind of beastie kind of thing.
Could it be some Mongolian throat singing?
Yeah.
It should just be that Yama jumps up, puts the guy in a reverse choke. He's go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I feel like that would be more accurate, but yeah, maybe it's a a hum and yeah, he's kind of trying to use his body, but obviously he's never done this before. He doesn't know how it works. He doesn't really understand what he's doing, and it's not very effective. And maybe as a I'm trying to think what I have, but yeah, that's kind of it. Can I do? Would it be too much of a move to try and make like an intimidation check and like beat
You can
his
try.
chest?
Sure, you can try.
All right, he's just really trying to like draw this thing like down to him because he can't do anything else.
Yeah, it's disadvantage though because you are in combat with it.
Okay. Disadvantage. So it's the 18.
18. Okay. You yell up at it. It does not seem to be phased by your nonsense currently.
Okay.
Cool. I think we go to Pauly then.
So he's still 60 feet, quite a while away. I am going to panache him. Panache this bad boy. So that we'll just to go back over that again. So it's to get my persuasion against his insight.
Okay. He's not great at that. Do you beat a 0?
23.
Yes, you do beat a 0.
And I'm going to shoot him with my pistol shrimp again.
Okay.
Get him.
There we go. 24.
24 hits. Now, I believe there's no sneak attack here.
1 second. I'm looking.
Because I know you get it if you're the only one that's next to them.
1 second. Yeah, you're right. You are correct.
Roll damage anyway, though.
Boom. All right. That's 17 damage.
17 damage. Okay. Anything else out of Pauly?
Yes. I'm going to move over here.
Okay. And you've panached it so it wants to attack you, is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
And if it tries to attack anyone else, it gets disadvantage.
Yep. The goblin, now, does anyone else attacking this creature ruin that panache?
Yes.
Okay. Do you tell the goblin that?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. I know that.
He starts shaking his staff, and a sort of a fiery bolt lights up from his staff, lances out towards the creature, but misses.
Oh, thank God. We're good.
That's his turn. It is the creature's turn. Now, Pauly, you're closest to it, or you shot it. You give me a nature check.
10. Oh, no, sorry, 7.
7?
7.
You also don't notice anything. As this thing swoops at you. It's gonna hit. Well, it's gonna have to come down a bit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it swoops over to kind of where you are, or around you, but it's still kind of 30 feet up. Circles around. Its eyes light up again and lance the ground at you and Yama. So I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
Is that disadvantage for Yama at least?
No, because it's a line. It's not an attack.
Right.
And the attack includes you.
Right. Okay.
Can I use my saving face ability and increase my dex save by 5 to a 16?
Cool. Still fails. 22 is enough, though. Yama, you take. Oh, sorry, I already rolled it. 41 fire damage.
Jesus Christ!
Pauly, you take half.
That's nuts.
Jesus.
I can't uncanny dodge that. That's fucking crazy.
No.
Oh, well, I'm bloodied by 2 attacks.
Yeah, I'm bloodied.
That's this creature's whole turn.
Could be a fucking TPK at this point.
Sorn?
Now would be a really good time for sunset, but it's not. It doesn't. We can't. Well then. Can I try speaking to it?
Do it.
Just be like,
You can try.
because it looks like a dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and Sorn has spoken to dragons, so he's gonna be like, "Oi!"
What language are you speaking to it in?
in common.
Okay.
Like, "Oi, what are you doing?" Anything?
If it understands you, it doesn't seem to.
Give a shit.
No.
Okay, cool. Well, anyway,
You think this
Fuck
thing
this.
doesn't look necessarily intelligent? Like it's not an intelligent dragon like perhaps ones you've dealt with in the past.
okay. Well, I to touch it. So it's currently 30 feet in the air, is it?
Yeah, it seems to be sort of swooping down. It's got its eyes on Pauly now as Pauly's panashed it.
Alright, well, can I run over by Pauly and prepare my action for the next time it swoops Pauly? I want to touch it and inflict wound.
Okay. Yeah, so like a hold your action kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm going to hold my action to inflict a wound on it as it swoops past.
Yep. Now, I believe it takes your reaction to hold your action. For
Yes.
that, right?
Yes,
So,
I'll be giving it my reaction as well.
and you're waiting for it to land or waiting for it to hit Pauly?
Literally waiting for it to just come within range
Within
of me
range.
being able
Perfect.
to touch it.
Cool. Yeah, sweet. You're
so,
pretty
yeah, I'm
confident that that's what it's about to do.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that. And that's my action, and I don't really have a bonus. I could bonus. No, I can't bonus action a spell if I'm about to cast a spell. That's it. Yeah, I'm just going to stand by Pauly and just be like, when it gets close enough, you're going to see some shit.
All right. Anything for Diana?
Clovington's still just going to keep tending to Lot to make sure that she doesn't slip back under to the other side.
All right, cool. Lot is there. Yama.
Can I move and ready an attack action?
Same thing with what Sorn's doing, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
cool.
uses
Alright.
your reaction to do so, though. So.
Oh, okay. That's important to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna stand here, next to my buddies.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'll just ready my sword.
Okay, so same thing. As soon as it lands, you're going to unload on it.
Yeah, as soon as it comes in range.
All right. Pauly.
Right. Okay, well, I was going to swoop up there. Actually, no, I think I still can.
Yeah, do it.
I can get there and then be 5 feet above the guys.
Sure.
I'm probably going to get eaten in this one next turn. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to shoot him as I'm going up.
Mhm.
With my pistol shrimp. That's a fucking natural 20!
Woo!
Ow.
Hell yeah.
No sneak attack on that, unfortunately.
Yeah, good point. It's still sick, though.
It is sick. I thought, because on a bit of a side tangent while you're rolling those dice, Dylan, I thought because you'd shared a picture of all the Witchlight minis that you saw, I thought, I was like, oh, they've seen it. They've seen this thing.
Yeah.
I gotta add a weird amount of damage to this because it's like some of it's sneak attack, some of it isn't. But there's
Sure.
critical and shit. 15, 17. 23. 33 damage.
33 damage. Cool. And so you're stopping. Oh, that's actually bloodied the creature.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Oh, wow. And I'm going to attack him with Talon as well. It's like a little swoopy boy. 24 to hit.
24 hits. This one you get sneak attack.
Fucking big dick hits right now. Come on, let's go. I'm going to re-roll that 1/1 here as well. With the piercer effect.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, that's all right. 26 damage. I can't really complain. That's a lot of fucking damage in one
That is
turn.
a lot of damage. And so you flew up 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Stabbed it.
Yep.
And then you're flying back down. Is that right? So how far are you off the ground now?
Because I'd be flying just underneath him, right? So I was thinking that's like what, 25 feet. Stab the guy, and then fly back down.
Okay, so you're back on the ground.
Yep.
Cool. All right, it swoops down. Oh wait, sorry, it's the goblin's turn. Goblin's gonna get in on this action and shoot a firebolt. And gonna miss. Now that all of you are very close to this thing, do you all want to give me a nature check, please?
Sorry, I missed that.
Nature check from each of you.
Nature check. Come on. Oh yeah, nice. Very on brand.
7, a 1, and
12.
12. You notice this thing appears to be healing.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Is it still bloodied though?
Yep. It swoops down. And I'm going to say your readied actions can go off at this point.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, inflict wound.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Oh.
So that's a 12, but I'm going to use, because it's a reaction, isn't it? Diana's reaction to bolster.
Okay, yep.
Which turns mine into a crit. So I get to roll damage again on inflict wound.
I did 8 damage, and I assume I only get 1 attack.
Yo, that's huge.
Yeah.
36 points of damage
Very
necrotic from my inflict wounds.
Nice. I did 8.
Hell yeah, it's great.
Very good. You see, so as you inflict that damage, you see its eyes flare, and it is going to interpose at this point, use a legendary action.
Oh no.
To get some attacks off as it goes down.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Well, they're all at disadvantage, but they're not at me.
They are either. Oh, no, because everyone else has hit it now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good point. Sorry, yep.
So I think we'll load it up with one for each of you.
Sure.
One of its claws comes out to rend at you, Pauly. 25 to hit.
It hits.
It's 10 slashing damage.
It's only going to be 1 attack, you said, right? Uncanny dodge.
For each of you, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Uncanny dodge.
One comes at you, Yama. 21 to hit.
Yep.
20 slashing damage.
Ouch.
And its tail lashes out at you, Sorn. 23 to hit. But 11 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, okay.
As it lands and its attacks kind of go off, as you reach out, it's like kind of hitting you with its tail. You reach out, grab hold of it, and start inflicting this sort of necrotic damage. Yama stabs the sword into one of its hands as it goes in, and the other claw kind of rakes at Pauly. And so your total damage was it the 12 plus 24 plus the 8?
Yep. So 40 total damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yes!
Hey. Team effort.
I want it to I want it to be when the tail lashes out at me. everyone notices that, like, Sorn's not wearing any armor. So everyone's like, oh shit, like that's not good. But then the tattoos now pulse, and he grabs the tail, and then you just like see the tail start to wither.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I feel like we got so fucking lucky then.
Yeah. Yeah, very lucky. Yama is standing there in his like underclothes, like maybe his like nice kimono for sleeping, because he's not had time to put his armor on, and he's just like, shit.
The body falls to the ground, its tail kind of desiccated and aged from this sort of necrosis. And it falls to the ground and kind of starts splitting apart, and a green fire kind of elicits around it, and it starts burning up and burning away, and you see all the little embers float up into the sky.
Is that you doing that, Sorn?
Nope. That ain't me.
Sorn, give me an Arcana check. This magic
Arcana.
looks familiar.
Yeah, that's a 22.
You recognize the flavor of this magic. You innately, with the knowledges you've picked up in your recent years, you feel a dreamlike quality, maybe even a nightmarish quality. This thing itself is not a nightmare. You think it was a being perhaps brought forth by a nightmare.
Ooh, right up your alley.
That's what we're looking for.
What do you mean that's what we're looking for? Yama
That's what I'm
says.
looking for. I'm looking for nightmares. That's half the reason I'm here. And this feels very nightmarish.
My understanding was that you were looking for the creator of nightmares, but that's incorrect.
The creator of nightmares is the guy who sent me here, technically.
Okay. Alright, well, shit. Yama's gonna run over to Lot. And kind of channeling what Sorn was channeling just before they went to bed, he's just going to touch Lot, maybe with while he's holding his sword in one hand, and he's going to cast Lay on Hands and do 15 points of healing.
Yep. With because followers have health a little bit different. I rule that every 5 points of healing gives them a hit dice back, or like gives them 1 point of healing back.
Oh, okay, amazing. So he can get her up to 3 then.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll put that in. Nice.
Do you give her tea? Is that so? What like is it purely divine, or is it like feeding her tea? Is it whispering sweet words? Like what is this new sort of recovery look like? Because it's something that Yama has never really done before.
Yeah, he's never done it before. I would say maybe not tea for Lay on Hands, but Lay on Hands is more like he's whispering in her ear, like, I'll never let harm come to you again. Forgive me. I will protect you. And it's just like his strength of commitment. I don't know. Yeah, his desire to protect, basically coming out in his words and voice.
Excellent. I've still got old combats in here. We are out of combat. Let me remove all these old
Thorindir,
combats. Yeah. I see like the
Oh yeah.
Reynard, Thorindir, Captain Icelinson,
Icelinson.
Caden. There we go. Remove all those combats. Cool.
Amazing.
There's nothing we could take from that fucking body, is there?
No, it's kind of burnt up and as if it was sort of almost ethereal.
Right, I think I need to go back to sleep. I'm very hurt.
Yeah, Yama's on 80 points out of
really?
76. That's insane.
Jesus.
Yeah. He was really standing on his last legs, like fire singed everywhere.
I think we try that sleep thing again.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe we sleep until really late, and Yama's not taking the first watch this time.
What's the plan?
Yeah, definitely do. Let's do that. Let's try sleep.
Well,
How far were we
Well,
into Sorn's one? Sorn's thing.
Well, I don't know.
Right at the start.
Yeah, so you sort of just had about 2 hours of good rest.
Yeah.
Though I put it to you and perhaps the chat, if you've had to wake up and kill a spider, and
Oh,
then
you
go
need to
back
sleep
bed-
all over again.
yeah.
Yeah, you're awake and then like that's it. Yes, no. You need to go. You need to do the whole thing again. Absolutely. I respect and understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, who's got first watch?
I think Crower, you can take first watch.
I'd give it to Sorny boy.
Okay.
You don't want the goblin giving first watch.
No.
I'll take first watch.
All right.
All right.
Everyone else settles down. Lot kind of comes awake, and is just sees that there's no threat anymore, and she's just sort of collapses back. She's like, "Oh, jeez."
Let's try this again.
That's okay. All right. Sorn, give me a perception check as you got first watch. Josh, I see you're still here. Roll me another d20, please.
No, don't give me
God.
Josh.
Don't give it to Josh. I love it.
23.
Oh, 10, sucker.
Oh, thank God.
Get wrecked.
God.
You don't get bonuses.
Your watch goes by uneventfully.
Can I start dropping little hints of like what Sorn's thinking about?
Absolutely. While you're doing that, it has been sort of 2 hours, so you all get the benefits of a short rest.
Short rest?
Short rest.
Okay.
We'll wait and see what happens first.
While I'm like taking my watch, I don't know how we do this. Because what we spoke about the other night with sunsetting, I feel like Sorn would be like seeing flashes of something.
You tell me what
In the
Sorn's
mist?
thinking about, and I can fill in the gaps.
Sorn's thinking about how this is going and how the party is and his friends and how he wants to protect them. And as he starts doing that, his mind starts to wander. And he starts seeing like almost like after images of someone in some robes. That's about it.
Okay.
You can't quite tell who it is, but it seems important.
Do you wake anyone up for the second watch?
I think I'll let them have a bit longer of a sleep, and I'll take the second stint of 2 hours as well.
Okay. Give me another perception check, Josh, if you would be so kind.
Why are you going to give it to Josh, huh? Why? Why?
Hey, he's part of the team. It's a co-DMing.
But with my
15 is good, but it's not enough, unfortunately, on the second time.
I have.
We're going to need a little bit higher. Josh, you need to bump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers now.
Yeah, my perception was a 9, but
okay, I don't think you need to
because
redo
of
it.
the short rest.
You don't need to redo it. It's
No,
okay.
yeah, it's fine.
We're good? Okay, cool. Yeah, well, that's the 4 hours done, and then Sorn's gonna take the rest of his. I'll wake up Captain Pauly.
Yeah. Okay.
Pauly just hears in his mind while he's dreaming. Time to get up.
Well, I think maybe even Sorn, you actually... what is Pauly dreaming of? What do you think Pauly's dreaming of while this is happening? If we're getting Sorn's inner thoughts, let's get some Pauly inner thoughts.
All right. Pauly was dreaming of the sexiest person he's ever seen, and it was this basically very shiny dancer with all these coins hanging off them. Yeah. It's basically this big bird person with coins dancing off them. That's what an Aaron Cochrane stripper looks like.
Yeah. If I may jump in here, Dylan, and so I think like Pauly's seeing this sexy dancer, and it's, you're in some kind of seedy club, but they're sexy in the fact that they're draped in coins. It's more like a belly dance kind of thing. The clinking, the shininess of coins. At some point the Aarakocra goes away. It's a sexy drow dancer comes out, is dancing, maybe even looks a little bit like Sorn's sister, until she comes up right close to you. The jingle jangle of the gold coins, and as she gets close to you, your sort of eyes mesmerized by the coins, and her face right up next to yours crackles with a bit of lightning. You look and you see it's Sorn. And the dancer says, "Time to wake up," and you jolt awake.
Stupid sexy Sorn is the first thing Pauly says. Absolutely, the first thing Pauly says is "stupid sexy Sorn."
I like to think that Sorn, you see that tail end of that dream with the kind of connection you have to the dream world
Into his mind.
You at least pick up on the dreams of others around you. I think just at least slightly, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not happy about it. And Sorn's just like, Pauly looks over at Sorn, and Sorn's just got this scowl on his face.
I mean, that scowl makes him look a lot like his sister, honestly.
Yeah, well.
All right, Pauly, you're on third watch.
All right. Perception, right?
Yep. Josh?
Oh, 27.
Or I like Josh's idea for bonuses, secret bonuses.
An 8, unfortunately, is not going to cover it. I mean, if you sub, I'll give you advantage. You can roll twice. You are going to get one more roll, though. There's at least one more watch. Pauly, what are you thinking about as you take your watch?
Stupid sexy Sorn, definitely. No, I think Pauly's just kind of like very happy with like this crew. Very, very happy. He's feeling like he's at home as well.
Excellent. Do you take the final watch, or do you wake Yama up?
I'm going to let Yama sleep. I think Yama needs it.
Okay. You stand vigil. You see Yama sort of splayed out in his kimono, armor to his side.
His leg is like, maybe the kimono's opened up a little bit high on his thigh because he's so dead to the world.
Yeah, spreading.
Pauly only slightly looks up the kimono.
It's a long 4 hours,
That's it. Those inner thoughts are getting in there. Stupid sexy Sorn, stupid sexy Yama could be a thing too.
You take out your little jar to check on the mushrooms. They're sort of also sleeping on top of each other. Just
they're cute. Good. Good. Do you want to roll the perception check?
Yep. And Josh, give me a final random encounter D20.
Make it good.
Oh no! The first one was 11.
I mean, if there's going to be something turning up now, another 8.
Another 8.
Thank God.
Sorry, Josh. You got a good fight. You got a good one in there, but unfortunately, not the second one. Obviously, it does get harder on the second one. We all know you need a bit more of a rest. Need a sandwich before you can go again. You all get the benefits of a long rest.
Oh my God!
Holy shit! It's been a while.
Feels good.
Long rest. Good. We're back.
Ooh.
All right, you all come to in the morning. Pauly, you've been up for a bit longer, but you do also feel rested. You're just sort of pacing around the camp and looking around and so on. It still looks like dusk. The time of day doesn't really seem to have changed. You all wake up. Perhaps there's a moment of, did we sleep? What time is it? The light in this place perhaps just doesn't go by normal rules.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to our little friend, a goblin friend here, Cora, and say, well, you were talking about this market, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can you take us there?
Yep. Okay. Yes, I can. It's it's a couple of days travel, but we can get there. Are you guys looking to buy candy?
Yeah, heaps of it. I'll even buy you some candy.
Wow, awesome. I love candy. Now, I certainly don't like mushrooms.
Good. That's the answer I want.
We'd also just love to know more about this Granny Nightshade character.
Well, yeah, what do you want to know?
Well, you said she lives not too far from the market. Do you think it's just a few hours' journey, or?
Oh, from the market itself? Well, the market's like right outside her town, like her house.
Oh, and does she visit often?
She spends most of her time there. I know, I think, I chatted to some of the kids and they said, she sometimes goes visits her sisters and stuff like that, but I think mostly she's there.
Yeah, okay. Do you know what she does other than saving children?
Well, I know you don't want to cross her because she's kind of like in charge of this whole realm now.
In charge? And what do you mean now? Like, how long has she been in charge?
He looks up at the sky, looks at you. For a while? You get the sense that time is probably hard to keep track of here.
Yeah, I have noticed that the sun has just been perpetually setting for a while now. Does it actually ever go dark?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes. Sometimes it's dark for whole days.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess let's just get moving.
All right. And he kind of looks and he's like, this way. Wait. No, this way. Wait.
Let's go. Let's start going north.
Very good.
Oh, I do want to go. I want to pass by that ring as well, the mushroom ring.
Yeah, let's aim for that.
Cool. All right.
Maybe even go by a river.
Over the next few hours, you make your way north up to a big clearing, and where are we? Roll a d8 for me, Pauly.
Okay. Rolling d8. 6.
Cool. So as you make your way through the forest, it's sort of a general kind of forest feel. It definitely feels sort of lush and green. You can hear the sounds of general foresty kind of sounds, like the chirping of birds, the occasional snap of a twig, or the wind through the leaves and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you wait. There we go. Sorry, just getting some tunes. You eventually come out to this clearing, and there are a number of mushrooms that
mushroom buddies
create a bit of a circle.
Right.
So the ring itself is about 20 foot in diameter, and there are colorful 6-inch toadstools located around it. And you definitely feel, as you get closer and closer, your feathers start standing on end a bit, almost like static electricity. This is sort of an area of high magic.
Are those little mushrooms like my mushroom buddies?
Yeah, you see, as you get closer, those little toadstools are all little mushroom buddies. And they're all singing and dancing kind of around in a circle. And when they see you approaching, they're all just like, we're dancing, we're singing, we love it. Connect to the world beyond. And then, like, they'll hop and change places.
Pauly, is there room for a Ara Cochrane to be dancing with them?
Well, there's definitely plenty of room in the middle, for sure.
Yes.
Let me...
This is a terrible idea, but I don't care. If this is how Pauly dies, I accept my death.
Let me pull up a bit of a map. We got maps for all of these, which is amazing. See if this pulls you in with me.
Yeah.
So it might take a little bit to load. But yes, so you go in. Do you join the ring of mushrooms, or do you go into the center? So you're like in the center of the dance circle.
Do they want me to come join?
Yeah, yeah. They're all like, oh, hey, bud. Yeah, come on in. You want to dance with us?
Yes.
Oh, we love that. Come on in and dance.
There we go. Absolutely. Death can await, Pauly. Do not care.
Just describe to me what Pauly's dancing looks like.
Pauly is busting out some sick dance moves. Like he's like doing some flips, flying around the circle, trying to give all little mushrooms high fives as he flies around them. Just doing some like sick acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. They're like, yeah, bud, that's great. That's great. We loved. Oh, he's done it again. He's done it. Woo!
And they're singing away. Hell yes.
Yes, they're all singing away.
I'm gonna
How about your friends? Don't be a grouchy Gus. Come on and dance.
Yeah, come on in, guys. Come on in.
Oh, pass.
No.
All right, fine. I'm gonna like start singing some sea shanties, just like really get into the jig of it all.
Mm-hmm. And is that kind of like standing in the middle?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not gonna. There is no way I'm crushing any of these guys.
No. They're dancing around you. They love it. I want to hear a sea shanty, and I believe
sea shanty
as well. Yeah.
What's that?
Okay.
One second.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew up about it down. Oh, blow, my bully boys, blow.
Soon may the Willermen come. That's what I'm looking for, though. That's all it is. I mean, I could just go full wave and sing Pink Sake.
Yeah.
Pinkusu no sake yo, toroke no yuku yo, ume kaze, kime kaze, nami makaze, shuo de sugi no sorenya, wa wo kaku furori no uta, yo. There you go.
Excellent.
That's amazing.
The only song I know in Japanese, too.
Well, that's great.
They love that. They love it. I'm going to give you an inspiration point for that.
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
And yeah, it's just a grand old time. I think your friends are kind of standing out. It's sort of like, when your friends want to leave the bar, but you're like, oh no, this is my song. Waiting for you on the edge of the circle to finish up your singing. And they're like, oh, that's great, buddy. We love that. We love that song. We haven't heard that song before. And they say, do you want to know a secret?
Yeah.
This place can lead to the other side. Ooh. But only those who are really special can go. We think you're pretty special. But...
The other side? Of what?
Sorn asks.
Yes.
The other side, the other place.
I want to go.
Well, all you need to do is, if you have like a wand or like a stick, you hold that above your head and run in a circle counterclockwise, and you say these words: 3 turns, Widdershins, and off we go!
Pauly, no, well, I'm never gonna leave the guys.
With Sorn, Dylan has an idea of what it is.
Would Pauly have listened to Sorn or Dylan though?
No. I'm more asking Dan if Sorn has.
Pauly holds up his closest approximation to a stick,
You got given a stick.
Did I?
From the satyr that you rescued.
Oh yeah, I did. I'll hold up that stick and go 3 turns. 3. What was it again?
3 turns, Widdershins, and off we go.
3 turns, Widdershins, and off we go.
Sorn, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
As Pauly disappears.
Yeah. That's a 7. Oh, Pauly's dead. Yeah. Look, thought it was a kill circle. Goddamn murder circles. Well, I guess Pauly's dead.
So you have no idea where our captain just went.
To death.
Hey, little buddies, where
He did it! He's so cool! He went to the other side.
He's in a better place. Okay, guys.
But buddies, where is the other side? Have you been?
Well, we don't really go there. We more like we're the gate to send them.
Okay.
Are there any fairies around here?
Oh, there's all kinds of fairies. We got, I think there's some over near Grandfather Tree.
Would you call this one of their circles?
Oh yeah. They asked us. Yeah, it's part of they're like, hey, come make this circle, and we're like, okay, that sounds fun. And then, there's not many of us left though. Granny's made some of the other circles a bit sad.
Yeah. Well. So, is there a way for him to come back?
I suppose so. People come through sometimes. They usually look very lost though.
Yeah, I think he's looking pretty lost on the other side.
He's probably having a great time, honestly. If we know our Captain Pauly.
What other side does this take you to? Because from what I've understood, some of these fairy circles can take you to some pretty fun places and some pretty not so fun places. Is this a fun one?
On a 7, I think you have you don't have a very good clue, Sorn. And they don't seem to know. They're just like, oh no, it's just the other side. Sometimes people go, sometimes people come, sometimes people come back.
Well, we can't just leave him on his own. Don't you think we should just grab a stick and do the same thing?
I'm already walking into the middle of the circle and just doing what he did.
Yeah, Yama's got his sword up and yells, 3 turns, Widdershins, and off we go! And turns in a circle.
Yama disappears.
Sorn's nearest thing for a stick is my scythe.
It's got a wood handle.
That's, a terrifying scythe.
Ooh, if you pull it out, they're like, woo, that's a big stick.
I'll zap it out, and I'll do it as well. 3 turns, Widdershins, and away we go.
Sorn, you feel a promise that you made be broken as you disappear.
Oh.
The 3 of you are standing in a clearing of a forest that looks very similar, but probably just a little bit less vibrant. And you can see, instead of sort of the deep foresty kind of trees, around you is more kind of mangrovey kind of trees, and you can kind of smell the salt in the air, and you can hear sort of the caw of seagulls. Pauly, you're there for a few moments on your own, and the ring, there's still a ring of mushrooms around you, but they are not alive, they are not sentient.
Wait, did we just go back to the real world?
That's what I think's
A few moments
happened.
later,
so.
Yama appears.
Oh shit, there you are.
Oh shit, we left Karu.
A few moments later, Sorn appears.
Oh, true, the goblin. Oh, hey, Sorn.
And Sorn, you feel that you've broken a promise to a hag.
Yeah. Well, oh god.
And I think that's
Do you
where we'll
think-
probably leave it this week.
Oh, no! God damn it, Captain Pauly.
I knew this is where it was going.
Oh wait, I still have my little mushroom buddies, I don't know. Because they were in my
You have
jar.
the 2 in your jar, yeah.
Yes, good.
Is this fairy ring inactive on this side now?
Guess we'll find out next week.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I'm gonna have to try it.
Well, no, if I've broken the promise.
You promised that you would get Bavlorna the portrait before leaving this realm.
Yeah. The only reason I'm getting the portrait is so that she doesn't murder Pauly.
Yeah, so ha ha ha.
On you.
While we all, while the 3 of you sit there to contemplate your actions, work out, what consequences that they may hit you with in the future. I want to thank you all for watching, especially Josh, who was rolled that sick 20 and had them attacked by the Jabberwock.
Nice work.
And hopefully we'll be back same time next week. Maybe Karu getting them out of this trouble. Maybe they'll be able to get themselves out of this trouble. Guess we'll find out next week. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Oi.
Bye.
Bye.